information.
If anybody know anything, please, please.
Relative.
Coward, an 8 and 9 year old kid. What have we become in Chicago? What have we become in Chicago?
By the end of the afternoon, the reward for information hit $20,000. Along with the pain and loss comes frustration. Been targeted. He's just a little boy, she says.
He was supposed to play ball. That's all he do. Is all he like to do is play ball and play his video games. He ain't hurt nobody.
Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video. So listen, man, I got a crazy story, and it's a lot of twists and turns, so make sure that you're paying attention, and make sure you're hitting the like button for me too if you're rocking with the channel. And also, I want to start off by sending my condolences out to the entire family in this situation, and really everybody who lost their life in this situation. It's very senseless, it's crazy, and I really just don't understand why somebody would be out here doing this, or why people are still doing things like this. Now listen, I got the video clips coming up about basically everything that I'm about to tell y'all right now, but there's certain details that have been left out that I'm about to fill y'all in on. Now, some of the details that I'm bringing to y'all are from a really reliable source, and yeah, it's a corporation, a company, or whatever the case may be. I just don't want to reveal the source just yet until the 20th. The 20th is when the father gets sentenced. Now, I know y'all like, what the hell? Yeah, let's go ahead and get into the whole story at hand. So listen, so basically, long story short, it's a guy by the name of Pierre Stokes, right? He has a 9-year-old son by the name of Tyshawn Lee. Tyshawn Lee was, at a park on a swing, and Dwight Dottie walked up to him. They played basketball, they chilled, they talked for a little bit. He actually lured him to a alleyway. And when he took him to the alleyway, he ended up taking Tyshawn Lee's life. Yes, the 9-year-old child's life. And some of the things that really have been confusing is like, why would he do something like this? Now, it's some things that's coming out basically stating that, one of the guys who was involved with Tyshawn Lee's murder, he lost a family member, his mother and his brother, if I'm not mistaken. So they're saying that this is why Tyshawn Lee's life was taken. But Corey Morgan's mother and brother were killed on October 25th. Okay, so they were planning to actually take Tyshawn and torture him. But before they came up with that plan, they was going to take his grandmother, well, not actually just take, but they were going to take her life. They were going to actually get the grandmother to do something to her, but they ultimately ended up just taking his son's life. Now, I feel like all of this is crazy. Nobody should be out here doing all this crazy ass stuff. And we already know women and children are supposed to be off limits. But listen, let's go ahead and get back to the story at hand. So, after this took place, they really announced who took Tyshawn's life. And after that, the father went on a rampage. Basically, he just went out, tried to take people's lives. He ultimately ended up shooting 3 people. He shot the Wright's girlfriend and his nephews. Now, this situation is crazy, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of us are going to agree that if you take my son's life, I don't give a damn what come with it. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just in that mindset right now. If you kill my kid, I'm on your ass, and I don't give a damn what I got to do. But, people really go for other people when they can't get who they want. And I still don't feel like that's right. But, people just snap, and you can't really just tell nobody what to do and how to maneuver in their own situation. But, none of this wouldn't have happened if, now this is all alleged because we don't know this to be true. But, you got to understand that when you do certain things, it's going to be a retaliatory type of situation in every situation, And now, like I said before, this is all speculations, but these are some of the court documents, or some really reliable sources. Like I said before, stated this. Yeah, he's facing 3 counts of attempted murder. Now, he was found guilty because he was a felon with a firearm and the 3 aggravated charges, and I forgot the other charges that it was as well. But ultimately he's looking at some real time. Just having a gun, you're looking at real time if you're a felon. So yeah. Now, a lot of the things that have been taking place with this gang has been documented. That's why I'm speaking on certain things, because it's already out there, But the getaway driver, he also received 25 years. And it's so much for me to digest and memorize. So yeah, just give me a little break, But ultimately, now the father is he in for a fight right now, and he has a court date that's coming up. The court date is November 20th. we will be getting the judgment on that, and we will be talking about that. But the reason why the story is recirculating right now is because of him being found guilty. The other guys that was involved with the situation, the one who actually took his life got 90 years, which I feel like that, they should just went ahead and maxed him out and gave him life. I mean, the way that he did it, I just couldn't see myself just taking an innocent child's life, just going up to him, taking him, tricking him. That's really, really, demonic. I mean, I just can't really get this shit. But, hey, it is what it is. When you in the streets, a lot of things happen. So, But ultimately, they're saying that the dad will be charged and he will be sentenced to a good amount of time. But we really just don't know. And I feel like that if this is true, that he took the people's lives, and that's what the result is of his son's life, man, that's so sad, bro. It's crazy, man. You got to think about everything that you're doing before you get into it. But other than that, man, let's go ahead and get to the other clips that I have right here. I didn't get to give y'all every single detail because they're going to do it right here. I just gave y'all some of the things that they aren't mentioning right now. I will come back with other details if they hit me across my head while I'm watching this video and stuff like that. But other than that, I think I gave y'all pretty much the missing pieces to the puzzle. Let's go ahead and get into it. And yeah, man, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. And so let's go ahead and get into it. I know a lot of y'all that rock with me like when I give y'all these details like this. Some of the things that's not actually out there to the public. And if you got a problem with me talking, you already know what to do. I had somebody tell me yesterday, oh man, you ain't got to tell us to run down whoop. Bro, yes I do. That's what the hell y'all here for, to get the full details on everything. But squash all that. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even know why I responded to this person, but yes, that's what's going on over here. If you're new to me, I gotta break it down. I'm not gonna leave y'all in the blind about things when y'all can be feeling one way when there's a whole bunch of other things that y'all should know. Let's get into it though.
To the both of you, police telling me that they're working two theories right now. One, that the 9-year-old just happened upon a conflict in that alley and just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The other theory is that he possibly was targeted, but right now police are not saying what he may have been targeted for. The Chicago Tribune, however, taking that last theory a step further, saying that the 9-year-old possibly could have been targeted because of a family member's gang affiliation. Meanwhile, the hunt for the gunman continues as the boy's mother is begging for someone to come forward with information. With each step closer to the microphones, it becomes clear just how horrible the past 24 hours have been for Carla Lled.
Oh my God, I love my son. Oh my God. I'm gonna miss him like that.
Flanked by family and victim services, 9-year-old Tashawn Lee's mother held on tightly to a photo of her son as she pleaded for someone to come forward with information.
If anybody know anything, please.
Earlier in the day, community and church leaders joined police to canvass the Auburn Grisham neighborhood where Lee was yesterday, once in the head and once in the back.
We used to be a community that looked after each other.
He was in an alley near 80th and Damon, just a few doors down from his grandmother's home when he was killed. His basketball not far from his body. Police sources telling the Tribune it may have been retribution for a gang-affiliated relative.
Coward, 8 and 9-year-old kid. What have we become in Chicago? What have we become in Chicago?
By the end of the afternoon, the reward for information hit $20,000. Along with the pain and loss comes frustration with the city's violence and the disregard this gunman had for this young boy's life.
I think anybody that knows who this is, you don't have a financial reward, you have a moral responsibility. This person is not an individual, they're not a human being. Because when you do what you've done to a 9-year-old,
to a baby,
there's a place for you.
Leaving the police station this afternoon, Tashawn's mother says she has no idea why her son may have been targeted.
See, they leaving out a lot of things, but at this time right here, nobody really knew nothing. It was just a shock to the world. Yeah, people just in shock about this whole situation now. I feel like that, when you take a step like this and actually take someone's life, an innocent person like this, man, it ain't no sympathy for you in the court of law or in the streets. It's just how I feel about that. But let's get back into it. I just had to say what I had to say real quick because I know a lot of people are wondering why certain things are worded a certain way. This is a full timeline from the beginning to the end. So, yeah, I forgot to say that. But let's go ahead and get into it, though.
Just a little boy, she says.
Supposed to play ball. That's all he does. All he likes to do is play ball and play his video games. He ain't hurt nobody.
The boy's family also telling us tonight that they are in the process of making funeral arrangements. Right now, they believe his funeral will be on Tuesday. We are live at Area South Police Headquarters tonight. I'm Eric Rung.
Today to two men convicted of a young boy.
It was a crime that drew national headlines and put the spotlight on Chicago's problems with gun violence. WGN's Shannon Halligan is live at the courthouse at 26 in California with details.
Family members were inside the courtroom today watching everything that was happening, and 4 years after, they say they finally have some closure.
I'm glad my son got what he deserved, and that's justice.
The mother of 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee expressed relief after hearing the sentence for the two convicted of her son. The two admitted gang members faced the same judge today. Dwight Boone Doty was 21 years old in 2015 when prosecutors say he pulled the trigger Tyshawn Lee execution style. Corey Morgan was also convicted in the after the little boy was lured off a playground into an alley to be murdered. Today, the judge sentenced Doty to 90 years behind bars. Morgan received a 65-year sentence.
65 years.
Despite everything that happened, Tyshawn's family also felt grief for the two.
Happy and sad at the same time. Glad they're going away. I think this is the first day I thought about the other families, and I feel sorry for the moms and their siblings that's going through the same things we're going through despite their actions.
While the family said this does bring some closure, it doesn't change what happened.
We can finally close the book and, try to move past this.
With its heinous and horrific nature. Today's sentencing, in which we've seen these two defendants, will never be enough. Will never be enough for Tyshawn or his family.
And it's crazy now that they got all this time and they still didn't get who they were trying to get. Now, getting him, yeah, a lot of people like to see people suffer for all these years and stuff like that. But a lot of times, man, if you're going to do something like that, man, it's best to go ahead and get who you're trying to get, man. And I'm not advocating for violence or anything like that, but I'm just saying stop implementing innocent people. And I can understand their frustration as well, losing a mother, a brother, some things like that will make you go crazy and make crazy decisions. It's kind of crazy I'm not really trying to pick a side in this, but I do feel like that these innocent people shouldn't have been bothered at all. None of this shouldn't have happened, man. It's just crazy, bro. Now, everybody finna be out of all this freedom over some BS, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. This gang shit do be lame if it's done weirdly like this. Now, gang culture is gang culture, so I'm not really trying to disrespect the gang culture, but I'm just saying that some of the things that people do involve, it's just crazy, bro. It's just stupid, man. It's senseless. Let's get back into it.
And before reading the sentence, the judge pointed out the cycle of gang violence in the city and said that the vengeance needs to stop.
Told you it was documented.
Picked up Pierre Stokes on Friday, and he was charged with the girlfriend of one of the men accused of executing his 9-year-old son. Another twist in the awful Tyshawn Lee saga. The boy's father, Pierre Stokes, has been arrested and charged and left 3 people injured. It appears it was a retaliatory hit. 2 men and a woman injured last Tuesday in the 7900 block of South Ashland Avenue. Law enforcement sources say the woman is the girlfriend of Corey Morgan, who was awaiting trial in connection with 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee's murder. The shooting happened the same day prosecutors accused Dwight Boone Doty of bragging to a fellow inmate about the November 2nd execution of Tyshawn Lee. Authorities say the boy was a casualty of a Southside gang war, and he was targeted because of his father's gang ties. Stokes is charged with 3 counts of aggravated battery with a firearm and 1 count of unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. In a statement, Chicago police said, Mr. Stokes, who was involved in a gang lifestyle, ultimately suffered an unspeakable loss with the calculated execution of his son. Despite this, he continued to engage in the same gang activity that started this initial cycle of violence. Police say this shows the challenge confronting them. The cycle of gang violence goes on and on and on. Stokes is scheduled to appear in bond court tomorrow. We're live tonight at police.
This one, it was fresh.
As you know, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office has charged Pierre Stokes with 3 counts of aggravated battery with a firearm, 3 counts of an attempt, and 1 count of unlawful use of a weapon by a felon in connection with the March 8th of 3 people on Chicago's South Side. Like the execution of Tyshawn Lee, these are the result of an ongoing gang war in this outrageous and horrific story that is playing out on the streets here in Chicago. These particular shootings occurred last Tuesday, just hours after my office announced charges against Dwight Boone Doty, one of the men alleged to have shot 9-year-old Tyshawn. One of the victims
he went straight and got the word.
Is the girlfriend of Corey Morgan. Corey Morgan is the second offender previously charged of Tyshawn Lee. Stokes encountered 3 individuals, a woman and 2 men, in a gas station parking lot at 79th and Ashland. When Stokes saw the female, Stokes pointed at her and stated, "I'm going to kill you, bitch." Stokes then fired the weapon, striking the 3 victims as they attempted to flee. Each of the men sustained multiple non-fatal shot wounds, and the woman sustained a grayish wound to her face. Pierre Stokes fled the scene and was later taken into custody by Chicago police and charged over this
Father
case.
of 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, who's shocked Chicago, has been convicted after prosecutors say he tried to get revenge. A jury found Pierre Stokes guilty of attempted and aggravated battery. Prosecutors say Stokes shot 3 people to avenge his own son's death. Tyshawn Lee was shot in 2015. Police say the shootings were part of a gang dispute.
Now look, I'm with the father on doing this. If well, it ain't no if to this. I'm with him doing this all the way 100. But damn, I'm not with him taking someone's life or somebody he's affiliated with taking someone's life that could cause this to happen. I'm just not with all this shit, man. It's just all of it is lame in my opinion. These beautiful people didn't deserve to lose their lives like this. And I mean, damn, you know, even the other people who was getting shot at, like, damn, man, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on with this situation. I just hope that this get better, bro. There's no need for all of this extra ass shit, man. Because the only thing that you're going to do is lose in the end. Either in a karma type of way, the universe going to get your ass, the law going to get your ass, or your ops going to get your ass. I mean, it's just a never-ending cycle. It's going to be something that's going to happen in retaliation, you feel me? So why even go through all of this bullshit? But other than that, man, that's all I really got to say about this. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. I just feel like that, you know, when you're involved with the streets, there's a lot of things that come with it, so you better be thinking twice before you do what you're going to do. If this shit ain't what's up. Like they say, man, you sure you want to be a gangster? Because look what it can get you. It can make your mama get gone. It can make your sisters, brothers, kids, everybody. Man, fuck all that, man. I was in the streets and I realized it wasn't nothing for me at all. It's lame. It ain't no morals. It ain't no... The shit that you thought it was going to be when you are involved in it end up being not like that at all. You know, you'll get into a brotherhood with certain people or a sisterhood and you're thinking that it's going to be moral driven. You're going to think everybody going to be 100. They're going to be solid. They'll never turn on you. They'll never do nothing behind your back. But when you get involved with people, you start seeing that people will change on you. People will do the worst to you. They'll plot on you. They'll plan on you. And don't let you have a good heart. Man, they gonna try to run you through the wall every time, man. Trust me, I done got ran through the wall so many goddamn times in my life, man. It just be funny now that I have to sit back and just look at it. I was just going through so many different things, and it was right up under my nose what I was going through. Ultimately, man, you need to find you some people that's really just for you genuinely. Y'all come up with a plan to get y'all up out of the hood or whatever the case may be and move forward. But as far as like being around, still doing the same shit, trying to harm others, trying to belittle others, trying to do anything that's not positive and uplifting is just lame to me. And you're going to be stuck in that rat race for the rest of your life. Or if you get a chance to live a life, you feel me? But other than that, man, that's all I got to say. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. RIP to these beautiful people one more time. And yeah, man, it is what it is, you know. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You want to go kill, you can't get killed, or somebody else can't kill your people. And it is what it is. But yeah, RIP to them, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. If the mother and grandmother see this, man, my condolences to y'all again. And I want to send my condolences out to everybody who lost their life, you know, for real, for real. If you made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate y'all, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. All right.